What's up, heroes? Force here, and today we're taking a look at Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament is a Pokemon fighting game available on the Wii U as a localized port of the Japanese arcade game. It's been a highly anticipated title since we first heard about it about a year to a year and a half ago now, and now it's finally available in the States. So let's take a look at this game and just see what's what. First off, as you can probably tell, this game is gorgeous. This is easily probably the prettiest game on the Wii U right now. You can see individual strands of fur, beautiful specularity, the battles and the moves they use are all fantastic. The backgrounds? Not so much. I don't know if making the entire game that beautiful would have been too much work for the Wii U specs, or if it would have disproportionately inflated development time for what's essentially just background elements, but for whatever reason the backgrounds just don't have the same attention to detail. Still, the battles are where it's at, and the battles are amazing. You have access to pretty much the entire roster of 16 Pokemon out the gate, except for Shadow Mewtwo and Mewtwo. There are 3 support sets to start, though there are plenty of additional support sets and stages to unlock. The stages are varied and interesting, and the support sets really add another level of strategy to your game. I also feel I should mention that while there is a Shadow Mewtwo and a Mewtwo, and a Pikachu Libre and a Pikachu, each Pokemon has a completely different fighting style, no two of which fight the same way. The combination of the 2D dual mode and 3D field mode fighting styles into one game actually works here. It's fluid and each has their own benefits, with Pokemon having different moves depending on which mode they're in. Certain Pokemon, like Chandelure, do better in field mode, whereas others, like Machamp, do better in dual mode. And then there's others, like either of the Pikachus, that just wreck house in either mode. But this wouldn't be a Pokemon game without RPG elements, and this game has it. Whenever you complete a single-player match in single battle, or the Ferrum League, or in certain online modes, you earn experience points and Poké Dollars depending on your performance. As you earn experience, your Pokemon can level up, earning them stat boosts in one of 4 categories. Attack improves the damage of their attacks, defense reduces the damage they take, synergy improves the duration and effectiveness of their synergy burst, and strategy improves the effectiveness of support Pokemon. The levels you earn can be rearranged from My Town, where all of your menus are, so you aren't permanently locked into your decision. This is also where you can spend your Poké Dollars to unlock some sweet costume options. Don't I look amazing? Oh, and let's not forget, this is where you can make Mia speak in Japanese. She sounds a lot better. It's also where you can turn her advice off in battles, otherwise she can be quite the chatty Cathy. Speaking of the Ferrum League though, let's talk about that, as it's essentially the game's story mode. The Ferrum League is actually 4 different leagues arranged in difficulty of green, blue, red, then chroma as the hardest. You compete amongst NPC characters in the league to raise your ranking. Once you've reached the top 8, you can participate in the single elimination top 8 tournament. If you win that, you can compete against the league champion for that league in a battle test to proceed to the next league. The overarching plot is pretty simple in that Shadow Mewtwo is messing kids up and stealing their synergy power, and there's likely some kind of twist in there somewhere, but I haven't completed the game yet, so I don't know. It's pretty fun, even if story mode isn't exactly on the level of, say, the Subspace Emissary. I rated this game at 5 stars on its page in the Wii U eShop. It's super fun, it's beautiful, competitive, and even entertaining to watch. I highly recommend if you own a Wii U to pick this game up. It'd be a stellar addition to your game's library. Before we wrap this up though, I wanted to share some interesting trivia and Easter eggs that I noticed while playing this game. Did you know that not every burst attack can be blocked? While most can, and even the dreaded Shadow Mewtwo's burst attack can be blocked, there is one Pokemon whose burst attack is unblockable. That Pokemon is Gengar. I used to think Chandelures couldn't be blocked either and thought it was a ghost Pokemon thing, but it turns out that Chandelures is blockable, so I guess it's a Gengar thing. While on the subject of burst attacks, Machamp's burst lands 1,000 hits, a reference to its Fire Red, Diamond, and Pokemon X Dex entry where it says it can throw 1,000 punches in seconds. Blaziken's burst attack ends with a hit combo of 257, no matter how many hits you had before starting the burst, which is also a reference to the Pokédex, and that Blaziken's national Pokédex number is 257. Also, Shadow Mewtwo has to show off, ending the world with a maxed out combo meter at 9,999 hits. Or not, maybe it was just mostly for show. Even though type advantages are turned off in Ferrum battles, combat in Pokken has its own rock, paper, scissors effect between grabs, counters, and normal attacks. Grabs beat counters, counters beat normal attacks, and normal attacks beat grabs. It's worth noting that counters glow blue, grabs glow green, and when normal attacks disrupt a grab, they glow red. In other words, red beats green, green beats blue, and blue beats red. Kind of like how fire, water, and grass work in starter Pokemon in every main series Pokemon game. And speaking of starter Pokemon and type advantages, the different leagues in the Ferrum League are organized in order from easiest to hardest: green, blue, and red. This could be a reference to the first generation of Pokemon games, in which having Bulbasaur as your starter usually meant a much easier game, where having Charmander as your starter made the game a lot harder. The colors red, blue, and green are even in the game's title sequence and loading icon, so it seems the idea that everything has its counter still makes its way into Pokken Tournament, even if traditional type advantages aren't in play. So that's all I've got to say on Pokken Tournament for now. It's a fantastic game, and I'll probably be playing it on this channel from time to time. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for future videos, and as always, I'm Pogi Force, and you guys stay awesome. Take care.